Hi, today I'm going to teach you how to make a healthy ginger brew. And let me tell you where I kind of got this idea. My husband and I have been traveling and we've been kind of just going all over the country seeing what we might like. We're empty nesters now. And we've been in Austin, Texas for several weeks. And the other day we went to this really cool little restaurant called Hopdoddy's. And I had one of their drinks they make all their own syrups and everything in-house. And it was their own ginger brew, which I'm sure had sugar in it, with some fresh lime juice and a little bit of vodka. And it was delicious. It was just very light and refreshing. So my mind started spinning, and I'm thinking, okay, how can I make this even healthier and make it paleo and Whole30 and all that? So what I came up with is to do the ginger, do the lime juice, and we're going to use a little bit of honey, which would be paleo, not the Whole30. And then we're going to use a little bit of stevia. And the two of those together should give us a great combination that would taste just as good as the sugar that they had used. I'm going to be using my Vitamix to do this, and I have to brag on my daughter for just a second. When I make nut milks or juice cranberries or things like that, I kept having trouble using the nut bags that I had purchased off the internet, and having them where they would be high enough out of the bowl to drain and let everything go through the nut bag and not be sitting in the actual milk. So I found this jar. It's a really big ball canning jar. I think it's so cute. And I got my daughter to make me some nut bags that would fit this jar and that I could tighten it up around the edge and make it do what I needed it to. So she is a phenomenal whiz at the sewing machine and can also design anything. So I kind of told her what I wanted, and she made it for me. So I've got, as you can see, plenty of space down here for all my liquid to go. So it's great when I'm making almond milk or coconut milk or something like that. So anyway, good idea for you. Now, we're going to take the Vitamix and we're going to I've got 1.25 pounds of ginger. And I just kind of roughly trimmed the peel off. It's not off all of it. Since we're not actually going to be eating that part, it's fine. And then I cut them in about 1-inch chunks. So we're going to put all that in there. And we're going to start with a cup of water. And we're going to pop our lid on here. Let's grab our Vitamix over. Now we might need the damper here, so I'm going to go ahead and have it ready just in case. All right, and we're going to process this. So here we go. All right, now we're going to add a little bit more water. Let's turn that down. Put another cup in. And grab our damper. Make sure I've got everything. Let's put it back here. I wish you could smell the ginger. It smells so delicious. Huh. All right. So we're going to pour this into our bag. And see my great design that my daughter did for me? It is working just wonderful. And I'm going to let it drain for just a little bit. I'm going to use my damper just to kind of press some of the liquids. You could use a spoon. And eventually I could just untie the bag and squeeze the rest of the fluids out. Yum. All right, now I'm just going to untie it. Let me slide some of this out of the way. Here we go. Let's untie the bag. And now what I can do is just kind of squeeze on it. And see why this would work wonderful if you were doing almond milk or coconut milk. It really, really helps being able to squeeze like this. You can get so much more out of it. And some of the nut bags that I had gotten off the internet, actually when you squeezed them like this, they would tend to bust. So we used a little bit thicker muslin material, and she made these bags for me. Maybe I can get her to put the pattern up or on the internet for you if you would like to make some. All right, I think we've just about got all of this out. And you could definitely save this ginger puree that's in the bag. See what we're left with? Can you see? I mean, that would be great to use in baking or something like that. So don't toss it. Set that over there. Dry my hands off here. Wipe up my mess. All right, so we've got this wonderful ginger water. Now to that, we're going to add some limes. I've got a cup of lime juice, fresh lime juice. And we're going to pour that in. All right. And we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of stevia. And I like the new stevia, pure white powder, nothing added, just stevia. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Which usually sweetens to the equivalency of about a cup of sugar. All right, and we're just going to do a little squeeze of honey. And then we need to get a long-handled spoon for this and give it a quick stir. There we go. And there we have a ginger brew. Now we can use this with our raspberry lime water that we made in another video. You could definitely use it as a mixer if you were maybe having a vodka drink. And if you have vodka and you're doing paleo, then definitely use a gluten-free vodka. You can get potato vodka. I've seen several gluten-frees on the market, believe it or not. So this is Ginger Brew. It smells absolutely divine. And we'll grab some raspberry lemon water out and mix up a little drink. All right, we've got our ginger brew. I've got about 2 ounces in my glass. And I grabbed out my raspberry lime water that we made in another video. And we're just going to add that in. And give it a quick stir. And let's see how cold and cool and refreshing this is. That is good. Now the ginger has a kick. It is strong, so if you don't like a lot of ginger, you might just want to do 1 ounce. But it is very good, just barely sweet. You could always add more sweetness if you need it, but I think it is very refreshing. Enjoy!